I'm Tracy Faulkner from Lush Fabrics with your release for this week. We are at the 26th of May. Same again this week, I have 4 new fabrics to show you and 2 rewind fabrics as well. I could have sewn up every single fabric this week, I think. There's some weeks where I just love them all and others where I struggle to find one to sew up, but this week I could have sewn up every single one of them. And the first one that I want to show you I actually did sew up. So this is the Evergreen Cozy Sweater Knit. So this stuff is 98% poly, 2% spandex, 280 GSM, but it's called Cozy for a reason. It's this gorgeous texture. It feels really lovely and soft. It's, you know, it's got some bulk to it, which I know a lot of you really like. So this is the 1 meter cut. And to compare, give you a little sneak peek, this is the 1 meter cut of double brush poly. So you can see the bulk that's in it. So it's really beautiful and lovely and cozy to wear. It is, well, it has, I should say, some really lovely stretch. That's horizontal. Not much going on vertically, but it does have really lovely drape. So I made the Everly Cardi by Made for Mermaids with mine. So it's got a cute little, it's actually kind of subtle really. Maybe it's the way the fabric falls, but it's a lantern sleeve. But it's not, I mean, you can see it a little bit. It's not hugely out there. I have functioning buttonholes. Thank you to Tracy Bull who came and helped me. I've been having such trouble with buttonholes. Not just on this sort of fabric, which can be trickier to do buttonholes with because it's so bulky and fluffy, but on other fabrics I've been struggling as well. So Tracy came and sat with me and we went through it together and made a few adjustments to the machine, and we got 4 great buttonholes in the end. So I can wear this open or closed however I like on the day, and it's just going to be gorgeous and warm to wear in winter. Probably not quite so much right now, but when it does get cooler, then it'll be beautiful to wear. So this is the Evergreen Cozy Sweater Knit. I do have some matching threads for you. So 757 in the Resant and 472 in the Mariflex. This one is darker and it's actually a little bit olivey. So it's not an exact match, but what will happen with this, if you do top stitch on this, the thread's going to sink in underneath all these fluffy bits, so you're actually not going to see it. You could probably almost do a black with this. Just do a little test and see what you think, but because it is a fluffy fabric, the stitching will sink in, so you probably don't have to be quite so exact with it. Does, of course, there's a flip side to that. If you make a mistake, unpicking this would be horrendous, and I made sure, especially with my buttons that I was struggling with, that I didn't sew anything on permanently until everything was done and I was ready to do it. Okay, so Evergreen Cozy Sweater Knit. Next I have what I just gave you a little glimpse of. This is the Effortless print in double brush poly. So we've had this in a couple of other colours and I absolutely love this one as well. But I couldn't sew it all this week. So it's a really gorgeous print. I love it. It's, you know, it's not floral, it's not animal print, it's not tie-dye, it's not camel, but it's still a print. Did I say camel? Camo. It's not camo or camel. Yeah, I really like it. You know, there's something there, but it's not anything in particular. So double brush poly, of course, stretch is amazing. If you haven't worked with double brush poly before, there is a video on our YouTube channel devoted particularly, especially to brush poly. So have a look at that because it can do so many incredible things, this fabric. It's great for so many different sorts of garments. Okay, I have some coordinating fabrics to show you and some threads. It's exciting when I can show you fabrics now because it doesn't happen too often anymore. Let me see, I do have both here. So 1346 in the Resant range and 982 in the Mariflex. All right, now beach sand waffle is a really nice option and it gives a really warm feel to it. This is a warm coloured fabric anyway, isn't it? Pearl oversized waffle is another really nice option. And then lastly is the tan faux wool. Is gorgeous, isn't it? Imagine a dress and then a coat, just be beautiful. All right, Effortless in Rust Double Brush Poly. Now, a French terry for you, and a beautiful French terry at that. This one's called Squared Away in Black. Let me open it for you. It is a foil French terry. I'm going to have to bring it up close to show you. So the colour's not showing up very well, but those foils are actually a rose gold. And it is on a bit of an angle there. It is actually, they are square, not diamonds. There we go. Try and straighten it up. I'm not doing a very good job of it. Now, some of the squares which are outlines aren't fully outlined. And of course, do you think I can find any now? Let me stand. So here's an example of that little guy just here. Now let me move my face out the way. So the square isn't totally made up, and we're finding that intermittently through the fabric. So we are just selling it that way. So some of the squares are not fully enclosed. Most of them are. This is a foil. So if you have watched any of my videos before, I do talk to you a little bit about the foil and how it can be fragile. So it doesn't take over the top care, but it does take some care to keep this fabric intact. So we would wash it inside out, and we would make sure not to wash it with things like jeans, things that have zips, Velcro, any sort of rough fabric, because just the motion inside the washing machine, it will wear that foil off. No heat, so don't wash it in hot. It must be washed in cold, not lukewarm, but cold, because the heat can lift the foil. Same with dryers. I would hang it, I would air dry it myself. Kylie, who puts together most of your orders here, she's had a top in one of the, or a jumper in one of the stars style French terries, and it has been going, I think, for at least 4 years now. She's been wearing it for 4 winters, and only just now is it starting to wear where her seatbelt is and where she leans against a bench. So after 4 winters, and she wears it a lot. So it can last a really long time, but it does need that little bit of care. So it's really all about the washing. No heat, nothing brushing up against it. Inside out, in a bag if you can, or if you're really worried, hand wash. But it is gorgeous, and it's worth that little bit of extra care, I think. All right, so you stretch. Not much vertically, and there is your drape. It's beautiful. Composition on this one, 83% poly, 14.5% rayon, and 2.5% spandex. It's about 200, 210 GSM. So it does have the French terry loops on the inside of the fabric. Is that coming up there? Yep. And then lovely and smooth on the right side. I know that's showing up as see-through, but it's not when it's against you. Okay, good old black thread. It's pretty easy. So we have 4000 in the Resant range and 000 in the Mariflex range. All right, so that's Squared Away in Black French terry. All right, next. This is so my color. This is Marmalade. I was about to say mermaid. This is Marmalade Thermal. So we've had a few thermals out now. This is another colorway. So the thermal is 94% poly, 6% spandex, about 180 GSM. I think it feels a bit like rayon. I was surprised to see that it's mainly polyester, because it's got a real, in my opinion, it's got a real rayon feel to it. But it's just gorgeous for, you could make it an underlayer if you wanted to, whether that's short or long sleeved. I think it's gorgeous as it is, and I would be happy to wear it as an outer layer. I'd be happy to make a jumper or something out of it. I would probably wear a long sleeve top underneath once it gets really cold, and that would keep me toasty warm, I think. But check out the texture. So it's like a mini waffle. And sorry, that's totally changed the color of it, but just so you can see the texture. And there's a beautiful color again. You know, I love this sort of color. It's gorgeous. All right, it's got really great stretch. Got some vertical as well. There is your drape. Okay, and we've got the same threads as we had for Effortless. So 1, 3, 4, 6 in the Result and 9, 8, 2 in the Mariflex. So that tells you that these ones actually look really nice together. So the Effortless double brush poly coordinates just beautifully with this Marmalade thermal. I love them together. They're not exactly the same, but I think they look really, really nice together. Okay, that's all of our new stuff. Now, let's get into some of the rewinds. So our rewind fabrics are fabrics that we already have in stock. We think they're gorgeous. We worry that you might have forgotten about them. So we're here showing you those fabrics again. And we're getting some new threads to go with them if we can. We're getting some new coordinating fabrics to go with them if we can. And we're offering them to you at a reduced price just for Sunday. So the first one is this lovely lady here. She is wearing Forest Hues double brush poly, and I did sew that up. I need to step on my stool to show you. I made myself a pair, I know you can't see it properly here, but I made myself a pair of pleats to meet you pants because I love how it matches with this Evergreen cozy sweater knit. And they are so comfortable. Obviously double brush poly, it just feels so nice against your skin, and it's got such great stretch, so it's so easy to wear. And it's great for things like this. You know, it could be fitted pants, it could be palazzo pants, and it works just beautifully. So my pleats to meet you pants in the Forest Hues. I was going to say in green, but it's not in green, it's just called Forest Hues. Now I've got lots of things to show you with this one. I'm going to ask Polly to step out the way for a second so she's not distracting on the Forest Hues. Okay, so I do have some coordinating threads, same as for this one. So 757 in the Result and then 472 in the Mariflex. So this 472 is a little bit olivey, so it might not be the greatest of matches, but again, you are going over some different colors there. Okay, let's show you what these guys look like. So obviously the Evergreen is just gorgeous. I'll do the real fabric instead of giving her a hug. Right, so doesn't that look beautiful? I love them together. I think it's just gorgeous. And I mean, I really like the jumper or cardigan with the pants in the print on the bottom. So that's her with the Evergreen cozy sweater knit. She also looks really great with the Marmalade thermal. I was really tempted to make a top in this as well. And wear it underneath. I think it probably would have been a little bit too much, but I think just this with it looks really, really lovely. With the green as well, might be a smidge too much, but it looks really great with that. All right, now another one that I have put it with, it's not spot on, but I quite like it. And of course I put it with this because I have a couple of garments made out of this fabric at home. This is Burnt Caramel double brush poly. I think it looks really nice. So I've actually got a My Embrace out of this, and that would be another option for me, is to wear the My Embrace over the top instead of this one. I also have a top made out of this, so if it's not warm enough for a jacket or a jumper, that's an option. All right, Amber, it is a very similar color, but the Amber double brush poly is another option. Looks so beautiful. I love these colors. I know these colors aren't for everybody, but I love these colors. And I think if they suit you, they just look gorgeous. All right, Ivory, double brush poly. It's just nice, bring out those. I've just worn a little white singlet underneath, and that works well with the colors in the print as well. Okay, Warm Taupe, French Terry. Is really gorgeous as well, to get some of those more natural earthy tones out. And along those lines, this is the Almondine modal. Now, all of these that I'm showing you here, we actually don't have photographs for on the website. These are just new ones that I found specifically for this video. So if there is something you like, maybe take a quick screenshot if you're watching on your phone or, excuse me, or if you're watching on a computer or a TV, quick photo, whatever works, just so you can remember what it looks like and see if it is something that you would like. And you'll just have to catch the name from me. And if you're not sure, please just ask and we'll let you know. I've rushed through it too quickly, or you know what, I wouldn't put it past me to forget to tell you the name of it either. Get a bit excited in my fabric videos and rush forward a little bit sometimes. This is the Ivory Brushed Waffle, which looks really gorgeous with it too, and a really nice option for winter. Also, the Hunter Green Waffle is nice. So this is lighter than this cozy. So if you're in a climate that doesn't get overly cold, then this might be a better option for you than the cozy would be. Okay, I'm nearly at the end. This is Rust Waffle, which is super pretty. Last one now, and we've got a bit of texture here. This is the Rust Hairy Harchie. No, faux feather Harchie. I think my supplier calls it Hairy Harchie. I think we call it faux feather. But it's gorgeous, and I love a little bit of texture. I think it's really nice, and this is lovely and soft. Not tickly, not itchy, really lovely and soft. All right, so those are, I think, some really great options for the Forest Hues double brush poly. I hope you love them as much as I do. I think they're gorgeous. The next one I wanted to show you, this is a brushed 100% cotton woven. So this one is called Multicolored Polka Dots, and it is just gorgeous. Yes, it's a woven. I struggle a little bit with some wovens. Let's move Molly out the way so she's not distracting you there. We'll put her right behind Polly. It's just got the most gorgeous colors in it. So I've only given a result as a coordinating thread because it's not a stretch fabric. The Mariflex doesn't really come into play. So 3356 is the thread that we already had up there. Let me show you. I've got to get the piece of Forest Hues out, but you know how brushed poly works. So there is obviously no stretch to show you here, but I can show you the drape and see how that sits out quite a bit. That's a cotton thing, so it doesn't drape closely to your body, it doesn't flow, it does come out a little bit, and that can make for a beautiful garment. It can make it look absolutely gorgeous. So I mean, you can make a great dress out of this, a great top, a little jacket. It would be a beautiful lining for inside a jacket. Or you could do some pajama pants. You know, there's just so many options of what you can do with this. I think it's super, super cute, and lends itself to either loungewear or going out, depending on what you put it with, how you style it, all that sort of thing. Okay, so we do already have some coordinates for this one on our website, and they are these ones here. So this is the pink double brush poly, which goes beautifully with this lighter pink here. I can't even help Polly to stand up straight anymore. She's so wobbly. All right, pink double brush poly. There is also the dark navy double brush poly, which is really nice and tones it down a little bit. Last one, no, second last one, camel double brush poly. It's really nice. I love that. Okay, last one of what we already had, and then I've got a few new ones for you. This is baby blue cotton spandex, which is really gorgeous. All right, and then I found a few new ones for you. So this is ultra pink double brush poly to go with this hot pink that's here. It's really lovely, really brightens it up. And I also found this cream super soft Harchie, which I thought was quite nice with this cream that's here, and again tones it down a little bit. And lastly, I thought the hot pink faux wool was gorgeous with it. Really, really beautiful, and really picks up that hot pink dot that's in there. It's beautiful. All right, that is Multicolored Polka Dots, and it's a woven 100% brushed cotton. All right, so that's both of those, and both of these fabrics are available at a reduced price for you just for Sunday, their release day. Well, it's not the release day, but the new fabric release day. All right, that is everything that we have for today. Please don't forget to enter our competitions, both on YouTube and in our Facebook group. We have $25 Lush gift cards to give away there. 26th of May, if you have some items in your monthly postal service section here, then it's a good time to add to it. We're getting close to the end of the month, and this will be the last new release in May as well, if you wanted to add to your monthly postal service orders. If you don't know what that is, jump on our website and have a look at the shipping section for more information on that. It's our way of making postage a bit cheaper for you without it being a huge expense for us as well, because postage, shipping, it's a huge expense for businesses. So we're trying to work it out as best we can for everybody. Okay, all of these fabrics are now live on our website, which is www.lushfabrics.com.au. I hope there's something in here that you love. Hopefully you love them just as much as I do. I could not decide what to sew this week. I'll be back next week with some more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.